Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You're all here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you're considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you're arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you're given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions or release that will be imposed upon you. You have the right to have a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire one, I will appoint the public defender's office for you. You have the right to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your lawyer know where you are. If you haven't had that phone call yet, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this court writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. All right, put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward. Roy Todd. Can I have your date of birth?
8/27/88.
Right, you are here today for, it looks like, a failure to appear out of Charlotte County for some type of drug charge. So they want to get you back to Charlotte County. You're going to be held no bond until they come pick you up. When you get to Charlotte County, you can ask them for a bond, for a lawyer, and for a court date, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Ashley Hunt. Can I have your date of birth?
03/09/2001.
You are here today for trafficking in LSD, trafficking in MDMA, trafficking in hash, possession of methamphetamine, possession of marijuana, possession of fentanyl patches, and possession of paraphernalia. I found probable cause for all 7. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. Date.
Not showing any prior history, Your Honor.
Okay. I have an address for you on Point View Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Just recently moved there.
How long have you lived in Hernando County?
All my life.
Do you have a job?
Private.
I'm sorry?
It's a private. It's like a CNA private client.
Oh, okay. Okay, for counts 1 through 6, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500 each. For count 7, it'll be $500. And we'll see you back at court October 11th at 8:30 in the morning.
Thank you.
Hannah Kennedy.
What day is she coming back?
Can I have your date of birth?
10/26/2000.
You are here today for trafficking in LSD, trafficking in MDMA, trafficking in hash, possession of methamphetamine, possession of marijuana over 20 grams, possession of fentanyl patches, and possession of paraphernalia. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office.
Just a dropped petty theft in 2018. No other history.
Okay. Ma'am, I have an address here in Glen Haven Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
Just a few months.
How long have you lived in Hernando County?
Like 16 years.
Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
This is Hannah Kennedy.
1 through 6, your bond is going to be $2,500. On count 7, $500. We'll see you back to court on October 11th at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Alexis Lent. Can I have your date of birth?
December 3rd, 2000.
You are here today for trafficking in LSD, trafficking in MDMA, trafficking in hash, trafficking in meth. Possession of meth, possession of marijuana over 20 grams, possession of fentanyl patches, trafficking in drugs, and possession of controlled substance. I found probable cause for all 8 of your charges. 7. There's also another possession of paraphernalia, so there's 9 altogether. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
My public defender's office state.
Just in a 2018 reference to Lake Charles, Louisiana, manufacture, distribute, dispense, possess scheduled substance, it looks like. And there's not a disposition. Other than that, I don't see any other history. Further, the defendant, I believe, is also on PTI in Hernando County.
PTI for what?
It's a PTI judge for petty theft, which we're going to be sending it back to the state.
Okay.
Which she just went into June of 2019.
Stop talking.
Okay, on the first PC, counts 1 through 6 will be $5,000 each. Count 7 will stay at 1,000. And the other one, count 1, 10,000. Count 2, 1,000. We'll see you back to court on all of these cases on October 11th at 8:30 in the morning. Brittany Barreria. Brittany, you're here today for a DUI. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. I didn't get a driving record for this one, so I don't know anything about her.
She has a resisting officer without violence adjudication in 19, leaving scene of accident with property damage adjudication in February of 2019, a drop to Willis in 17, and then just multiple driving tickets, then a trespass adjudication withheld in 09, and then there's delinquency.
All right, ma'am, I have an address to you on Terrytown Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
All right, where you live? Where you living these days?
Omaha Circle in Spring Hill.
Okay, how long have you been there?
About a year.
Do you have a job?
I'm self-employed.
Okay, what kind of work do you do?
I make soap.
All right, I'll go ahead and set your bond at $500. We'll see you back to court October 8th at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay?
All right, thanks.
Robert Armstrong. Can I have your date of birth?
8/29/82.
You're here today for a domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
Appoint the public defender's office. State.
I'm not showing any prior criminal history, Your Honor.
I have an address for you on Whispering Oaks Boulevard in Ridge Manor. Is that where you live?
Correct.
How long have you lived there?
3-4 years?
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a project manager for acoustic engineering.
I need to order that you have no contact with Carol Armstrong, okay? Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email. Do not have anyone else call her, write her, email her. Do not go within
Perfect.
500 feet of where she's living, of where she works, goes to school, or within 500 feet of her vehicle. No text messaging, social media contact whatsoever with her. If you have any contact with her while this case is pending, you can be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case she needs to file any civil paperwork against you. I will see you back to court on October 8th at 9 o'clock. Kenneth Brown. Can I have your date of birth?
1/12/89.
All right, you are here today for domestic battery. It looks like it's being charged as a felony based on your priors. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office. I also see that you have an open case right now, 2019 CF 1513, in front of Judge Merritt, and that is scheduled for September 16th, it looks like. So next week. All right. I need to order that you have no contact with Felicia Bates. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email. Do not have anyone else call, write, or email. Do not go within 500 feet of where she's living, works, goes to school, or 500 feet of her vehicle. No email, text messaging, social media contact whatsoever. If you have any contact with her while this case is pending, you can be charged with another crime. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Because there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you were out on bond on that felony case. I'm going to recommit you on that case, 2019 CF 1513, and we're going to hold you in custody until you appear back in front of Judge Merritt on September 16th. And we'll have this case held at the same time. I'm going to set your bond on this case since you're entitled to a bond on this case at $5,000. I'll see you back to court on both cases next week, okay? Marquise Dante Chisholm. Can I have your date of birth?
1/18/2000.
Okay. It looks like you have some type of warrant out of Virginia. And I don't have much information on it, but it looks like they might want to get you back up there. So you have a choice that you need to make here today. Your first choice is that you can ask for an extradition hearing. If you want to have an extradition hearing, we will set that out in about 60 days. Someone from Virginia will come down here, and if they show me that you are the correct subject of their warrant and they do have a valid warrant for your arrest, then they will take you into their custody at that time. If you want to waive your right to that hearing, then we'll put Virginia on the clock right now and give them 15 days to decide whether to come get you. You want to put Virginia on the clock right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. You have a piece of paper that's going to be given to you that you need to sign, okay? Thank you. Scott DeVault. Date of birth?
4/19/93.
You were here for trafficking in LSD, trafficking in MDMA, trafficking in hash, possession of meth, possession of marijuana, possession of fentanyl patches, and possession of paraphernalia. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes.
Went to the public defender's office. Date?
Just an adjudication for no valid driver's license in 2013.
Sir, I have that same address for you on Glen Haven Street. How long have you been there?
I've been staying there a few days out of the week. I'm technically homeless.
Okay. You have any type of employment you want to tell me about?
Bayonet plumbing.
Okay.
I'm a plumber.
Count 1 through 6 will be $5,000. Count 7 will be $500, and we'll see you back to court on October 11th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Okay.
All right, Brian Evers. Evers. All right, what's going on with Mr. Evers? He was at vet court yesterday after he was arrested for this.
That's apparently where they took him in, I think, was yesterday.
So is there still an outstanding, like he was arrested on this violation of Veterans Treatment Court, then he was brought to Veterans Treatment Court, they took care of everything then, and now he's back here this morning because he was arrested for yesterday. Was it already resolved in vet court yesterday?
No, he needs to, this is a new violation, it's an actual violation.
Okay, that
He
they
may
didn't go
have
over
gone-
yesterday.
This is an actual violation of probation that they did, and they'd like it tracked back to Veterans Court because they will deal with it. The cases, the underlying cases are in Veterans Court.
Okay.
So they want him back
what do we
next
want to do
Thursday.
with him?
Excuse me?
What are we going to do with him?
Send him back to Veterans Court next Thursday.
Okay, so
That's what they have
the
requested.
19th? 19th at 1 o'clock?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Evers, you heard that. It's a violation of probation, so there's no bond on that. They're going to get you back into Vets Court next week on Thursday at 1 o'clock, okay? See if we can take
I
care
have
of
a quick question
everything.
about that, Your Honor, if you don't mind.
Sure.
It was very confusing how that went down yesterday because I went to probation to do a urine drug screen, and then I was taken from there to go to Veterans Court. So I don't see how that was a violation of probation. I'm in diversion court. I'm not on probation.
Okay, do you have a lawyer representing you at this time, Mr. Evers?
Yes, I do.
Okay, who is that?
At the moment, it's Mr. Lamberti, but I'm probably going to be hiring private counsel.
Okay, for the time being, do you still want Mr. Lamberti to be representing you?
Yes, he said he would be down sometime this week, so.
Okay. Well, your question that you just asked me is a great question for him, and hopefully you have the opportunity to ask him that before next Thursday, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Shaquel Goss? Can I have your date of birth?
3/12/98.
All right, you are here today for an aggravated fleeing to elude, a resisting arrest without violence, driving on suspended driver's license, second or subsequent conviction, a grand theft auto which is enhanced for crossing county lines. All right, found probable cause for each of these. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you on this?
Yes, ma'am.
Appoint the public defender's office. State?
Yes.
Anything you need to know?
Yes, Your Honor. The Pasco open felony case, then there was an adjudication for providing false name to law enforcement in 2019 out of Pinellas. There was a forged Alter Bank bill note adjudication in 2018 at Willis, adjudication in 19, leaving scene of crash involving property damage adjudication in 19, a grand theft motor vehicle adjudication withheld in 2016, a burglary, unoccupied conveyance, unarmed adjudication withheld. Multiple of those counts, 1, 2, 3 of those counts, trespass adjudication withheld in 2016, and a resisting officer without violence delinquent, and then the rest of delinquent history.
All right, Mr. Goss, you've done a lot in your short 21-year life. I have an address to you on Sunrise Drive in Tarpon Springs. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Since June.
Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
Alright, so grand theft bond is going to be $10,000. We'll see you back to court on October 11th at 8:30. Aggravated fleeing to elude is going to be $20,000. Resisting arrest without violence $2,000, and driving unsuspended $2,000. We'll see you back to court on October 11th on all of these cases. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Matthew Joswick. of birth?
4/13/97.
You are here today for domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office.
No prior history on it.
I have an address for you on Petrol Ave in Weeki Wachee. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
3 months, 4 months.
How long have you lived in Hernando County?
Since 2012.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Not at the moment.
Yes.
All right, I need to order that you have no contact with Janie Myers, okay? Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email. Do not go within 500 feet of her residence, employment, school, or vehicle. No text messaging or social media contact. If you have any contact with her whatsoever, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today as well. Go ahead and set your bond at $500. We'll see you back for October 8th at 9 o'clock, okay?
Thank you.
Mark the Mountain. Can I have your date of birth?
5/7/67.
You are here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Toner. He wants you held no bond until you appear back in front of him on October 11th at 8:30. You want the public defender's office to represent you, sir?
Yes, please, ma'am.
Appoint the public defender's office and someone will be out to see you soon, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks. Irvin Lee. Date of birth?
10/19/98.
All right, you are here today for a resisting officer without violence, grand theft auto, which is enhanced for crossing state lines. I found probable cause for your arrest on each. You want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. Date?
Can I say something?
No, not yet. Hold on. Sorry.
A Pasco resist officer without violence, which looks to be open 2019 MM 4661. That's out of Pasco. A burglary with assault or battery and a marijuana possession over 20 grams. Adjudication in 2018. A resist officer flee elude with light siren active and no driver's license. Never had one issued. Adjudication in 2018. A grand theft of a motor vehicle. Adjudication withheld in 2016, and delinquency.
All right, sir, I have an address here on Roxbury Drive in Holiday. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, how long have you lived there?
About 5 years.
All right, do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
All right. You can tell me what you want, but I would advise you not to say anything about the facts of your case, because I don't want you getting any more trouble than you're already in. Is there something you want to tell me about something else?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, very good. For the resisting officer without bonds, I'm going to set the bond at $2,000. See you back in court on.
say something? I'm his mother.
I mean, there's nothing really that I need to hear further. So.
I want to say what he really wants to say, which I don't know if he's scared to say it or not.
Okay, come on up. Who are you? What is your name?
My name is Cecily Exum.
What do you want to say?
So, my son just served 2 years in prison for the lengthy record that you just heard him read. And the charges that he's on now, the person who went up before him
I understand.
is a friend of
I
his.
read everything. I read all of the police reports, and I know what went down.
And he didn't know that, the vehicle was stolen. And obviously he wouldn't have, got in this kind of trouble because he just came home from this. And I'm a witness that he have signed numerous applications, even went to an interview with McDonald's and was told that he would be called back, and he didn't. And me and his father is here today to speak up for him.
Well, we're not here for a hearing on those charges today. We're not here to, right now he's considered not guilty. So you can work with his public defender. He's asked for a public defender, and he may have some defenses, and that's something that's going to be handled by a circuit judge who has this case. Today we're just here to determine determine whether there's probable cause for his arrest. And there's probable cause. There was enough to arrest him.
Yes.
So that's all we're here for today. And then when it comes down to the facts and witnesses and everything else, that is for the circuit court judge. And you can talk to his public defender about it. And he's going to go back to court on October 11th at 8:30.
Okay, and would it be possible to get a reasonable bond so that I can?
I'm going to set the bonds. The grand theft auto is going to be $10,000, and the resisting officer is going to be $2,000.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. John Liu.
Oh, I missed the
Can I have your date of birth?
10/12/79.
All right. You are here for uttering a forged instrument. I know you got a ton of other pending cases now. You have not bonded out on those, and looks like part of that whole scheme. But so it's not RCRable. I'm going to leave your bond at $2,000 and see you back to court on September 17th. And you already have the public defender, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we'll just add this to your public defender's caseload. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Christopher Mabry.
Yes, ma'am.
Date of birth?
06/21/98.
You are here today for trafficking in LSD, trafficking in MDMA, trafficking in hash, possession of meth, possession of marijuana, and possession of fentanyl patches, possession of paraphernalia. I found probable cause for all 7. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
Going to the public defender's office, state.
No prior history, Your Honor.
Have an address you on Point View Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Few months.
How long have you been in Hernando County?
6 or 7 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I install steel buildings.
Okay. All right, for counts 1 through 6, your bond's going to be $5,000. For count 7, it'll be $500. And we'll see you back to court on October 11th at 8:30, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
James Mackey. Can I have your date of birth?
07/3/2000.
You're here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Toner on August 29th. He wants you held no bond until you appear back in front of him on October 11th at 8:30 in the morning. Do you want the public defender to represent you?
Yeah.
I'll point to the public defender's office and we'll see you back to court then, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Brandon McNutt. Have your date of birth?
11/92.
Okay, you are here today for written threats to kill or injure. Right now it's no bond because it's domestic in nature and it's based on a warrant signed by Judge Angelitis. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State.
I showing an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon that was dropped in June of 2019. A marijuana possession not more than 20, adjudication withheld, which is a juvenile crime, and then all the way some juvenile history, but no other adult history.
Okay. I have an address you on Celinda Ave in Hudson. Is that where you live?
Shalita Avenue.
How long have you lived there?
2 months.
How long have you lived in Pasco County?
2 months.
Where'd you live before that?
Spring Hill.
Do you have a job?
No.
I need to order that you have no contact with Haley Jones, okay? Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not go within 500 feet of where she works, lives, or even her vehicle. I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case she needs to file any civil paperwork against you.
Okay.
I'm going to set your bond at $4,000, And we're going to see you back to court on October 11th at 8:30.
All right, thank you.
Chase Mitchell. Can I have your date of birth?
July 16, 1999.
You are here today for possessing a place for trafficking or manufacturing of controlled substance, trafficking in cocaine with a firearm, trafficking in LSD, trafficking in MDMA, trafficking in hash, grand theft of a firearm, trafficking in drugs, and another possession of a structure, and also money laundering. So there's probable cause for your arrest on each of these. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wait, we have more. Okay, and then I have another PC affidavit here, which is possession of a structure for the sale of narcotics, trafficking in LSD, trafficking in MDMA, trafficking in hash, and possession of meth, and possession of marijuana over 20 grams. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office in each of these cases. And state.
Just a no valid driver's license, adjudication withheld in 2016.
Almost done. All right. I have that same address for you on Glen Haven Street. Let me guess, you've been there for a couple months?
Couple months.
All right, where'd you live before that?
3315 Seaview Drive.
Is that in Hernando?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you lived in Hernando for?
Like 3 years.
Do you have any other job that you want me to know about?
Landscaping.
Basically, what I'm going to do is cut each of the bond amounts in half. And then on the trafficking in drugs, that one is $25,000. So your bond on that, we're going to go with $10,000. Count 2 will be $2,500, and the money laundering will be $1,000. The other case we have, the $25,000 will be dropped to $10,000. $15,000, we're going to drop to $7,000. And all the other ones that are $5,000 are going to be dropped to $2,500 each. And the one count for possession of paraphernalia, the misdemeanor that has a $1,000 bond, will be $500. So do you want me to go through each one? Just cut them off.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Well, hold on. You have a court date on October 11th at 8:30 in the morning. If you're unable to bond out, someone from the Public Defender's Office will be out to see you soon, okay?
Sounds good.
Tevis Mitchell.
Yes, ma'am.
You are here today for trafficking in drugs, possession of controlled substance, possessing a place or structure for the sale of trafficking or manufacturing of controlled substance, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, money laundering, possession of drug paraphernalia, trafficking in drugs, possession of controlled substance, sale of crack cocaine, possession of crack cocaine, possession of place for the sale, trafficking, or manufacturing of drugs, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, sale of a controlled substance, possession of marijuana with intent to sell, possession of a place for the sale, traffic, or manufacture of a controlled substance, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, possession of drug paraphernalia, and money laundering. And possession of a place for trafficking, manufacture of controlled substance, trafficking cocaine with a firearm, trafficking LSD with a firearm, trafficking MDMA with a firearm, trafficking in hash with a firearm, and grand theft of a firearm, possession of meth, possession of marijuana over 20 grams, possession of fentanyl patches, and possession of paraphernalia. Did I get them all?
I think so, Your Honor.
There's probable cause for each of these. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
And they're already representing you on your misdemeanor case in front of Judge Hitzman, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what I'm going to do with Mr. Mitchell is I'm going to RCO him on 2019 MM 1788. So you're not getting out of custody until you at least take care of that case. And I'm going to keep all of these bonds the same. I've appointed you a public defender. We'll see you back to court October 11th at 8:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Jonathan Sizemore. Can I have your date of birth?
State's 1983.
All right. You are here for burglary of conveyance.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay. Well, do you want me to appoint you a lawyer to help explain it to you further?
Yes.
Okay, I will go ahead and do that. You're appointed a public defender, but basically they're saying is that you were somewhere where you weren't supposed to be. All right. State.
Yes, sir.
Well, don't say anything yet, okay? Hold on a second.
Just 1 second, Your Honor. Sorry. I'm just showing a battery that was dropped in 2015, and I'm showing a. That's it, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Sizemore, I have an address you on Island Breeze Way in Temple Terrace. Is that where you live?
No, I've been staying with my mom at 9832 Jewel Avenue in Jewel Lane, Hudson, Florida.
All right, how long have you been staying there?
Just this past week.
Okay. All right, do you have a job?
I do concrete for a couple different guys.
I'm going to set your bond at $1,000, and we're going to see you back to court on October 11th at 8:30, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Raymond Jennings?
Ma'am.
Can I have your date of birth?
8/14/72.
You are here today for an aggravated assault, a battery, and a resisting officer without violence. There's 5 counts of aggravated assault. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am, please.
I'll appoint the public defender's office.
A no frost battery in August of 2019 in Hernando, possession of marijuana less than 20 grams, adjudication of guilt 2018, a grand theft adjudication in 2003, a Willis HTO adjudication in 2003, a Willis 2 or more priors adjudication in 2000, and multiple driving with license suspended throughout that time period, and it goes back to the 90s for some drug charges.
Okay. So I have an address here in Hall Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Right,
We're currently homeless.
Okay. All right. I need to order that you have no contact with the victims in your case, okay? Don't have any contact
Yes, ma'am.
with them. Count 1 and 2 are going to be $5,000 each. Counts 3, 4, and 5 are going to be $2,500, and count 6 and 7 will be $500 each. We'll see you back to court on October 11th at 8:30. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Von Garrett Wilson. Can I have your date of birth?
7793.
All right, you are here today for felony battery by strangulation and domestic battery based on warrant signed by Judge Angelides. I found probable cause for your
I
arrest.
need to listen to this. I can't listen. Let's repeat the warrant.
Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I have the public defender's office state?
No adult convictions, Your Honor. I'm just saying delinquency.
Okay.
Then I'll talk to you after court, okay?
All right, I have an address here in Oakdale Ave in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
All right.
Okay. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
Staying up here off and on a couple years.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Landscaping.
I need to order that you have no contact with Shaniqua Manor. Okay, don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not go within 500 feet of her residence, employment, school, or vehicle. No social media or technological contact at all. If you have any contact with her in any way, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I also need to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case she wants to file any civil paperwork against you. I'm going to set your bonds at $5,000 and $1,000, and we'll see you back to court on October 11th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Okay.
Thanks. James Levine.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I have your date of birth?
10/25/85.
You're here today for tampering and harassing with the victim and domestic battery. Right now, there's no bond because they're domestic in nature, but we're going to address the bond issue in a second, okay? Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender's office. State.
I dropped aggravated battery in 2012 on Hernando, a violation of repeat sex date injunction, 2006 adjudication of guilt, a criminal mischief, 2 counts, adjudication of guilt in 2006, burg of a dwelling, and a grand theft adjudication in 2006, as well as multiple burg conveyances and grand thefts. No other criminal history, Your Honor.
Okay. So I have an address here in Osage Lane in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
No, Murraysville.
I'm sorry, where do you live?
Murraysville Drive. 11242.
How long have you been there?
5 years.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I buy and sell antiques and collectible toys.
I need to order that you have no contact with Jeannie Gleason. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not have anyone else call her, write her, or email her. Do not go within 500 feet of her residence, employment, school, or vehicle. No social media or technological contact with her at all. If you have any contact with Jeannie, then you could be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000 each. We'll see you back October 11th at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Finally, Paul Snyder.
Yes, ma'am.
Afternoon, Judge.
Hi.
Myself here on his behalf, I filed a motion to set a bond in his misdemeanor case that was a felony and it's been remanded. I anticipate wrapping up his felony case on September 25th, which is prior to his case here.
Okay. What did the state say about bond?
The state would leave it in the discretion of the court. State the criminal history, which is a bat Leo with hold 2008 resisting without 2008 with a withhold of adjudication, and then the vehicular homicide, which was an adjudication in 2013, where he has a current violation of probation with multiple had multiple violation reports in there.
And that's going to be resolved with a time served plea in 2 weeks.
Okay, what is that's the felony charge?
Yes, ma'am. That's
Okay.
the BOP.
Oh, it's a bot on that. Okay. Does he have a bot here?
No,
I just see Randy stood up, so I don't know.
he's tired of sitting down.
Okay, sorry. Usually when he stands, you're in trouble. All right, so
He's lived here all his life.
he's got the violation of probation, so he's still in custody on that.
That's correct.
So it doesn't really matter what we do with this case, right?
Yes, it does, because he may have been in that case and be a convicted felon, but he's not a thief, so we're going to be fighting the theft
No, I
charge
get
here
that.
in
I
the
mean,
county
as
court.
far as the bond is concerned, he's still in custody.
Right, but he'll be able to bond out from the 25th, and
Once
instead
he
of
completes
posting
that charge. Okay.
5,000, we'd request that it be either ROR or a reasonable bond set.
Vote bond.
All right. Okay, I'll do $1,000.
And he's set to come back here on the 17th, according to the paperwork I have in my file.
So Judge Hitson,
I can tell you that in a minute.
not here.
No, it's you. 10/17.
Oh, 10/17.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You just said the 17th. I thought you
Oh,
said next week.
September. Oh, okay.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you. All right, did I get everyone in custody?
No, ma'am, we still need to address Scott Mitchell.
So, Mr. Schneider, your bond's $1,000 when it comes time.
All right, thank you.
I think he got mixed in with, he's probably stuck to the back of the other Mitchell.
Can you check that for me, Jay?
Yeah.
There's another Mitchell maybe who's attached to him.
Now, there was also Chase Mitchell and Tennis Mitchell. I think he might have got it mixed in with SPC. He's the same, of the same group.
If you just want to give me the pile, I'll go through it. Maybe you don't have time. Let's see.
We do
That's covered? Okay.
Yes.
he did that.
Yes.
I was 4 days and he would have gotten one.
Okay, it's in here. Yeah, I threw it at you and I need Scott. That's what I missed. Thank you. All right, Scott Mitchell? I don't have his page 3 though. I don't know where that went.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Mitchell, can I have your date of birth?
10/11/72.
Okay, you are here today for possessing a structure for the sale of narcotics, trafficking in LSD, trafficking MDMA, trafficking in hash, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of marijuana over 20 grams. Okay, let's see, we have possession of fentanyl patches and possession of paraphernalia. All right, there's probable cause for each of those. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Like the public defender's office. State, anything you need to know?
Yes, ma'am.
No, not you. State attorney's office. Hold on a second.
Possession of marijuana less than 20 PTI in 2015. A sale of marijuana, adjudication was held in 92. And a ordering and prowling, adjudication in 91. That's all I got.
All right, sir, how long have you lived in Hernando County?
3 years.
You have a job you want to tell me about?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a caretaker for my wife who has dementia and my daughter who has learning disabilities. Ma'am,
Yes.
any marijuana that I had shown in my possession.
Don't say anything about the facts of your case, okay?
Oh,
Don't say
okay,
anything.
I'm sorry.
All right. You're just gonna get yourself in more trouble.
I was saying I was legal for that.
No, what you did is you just admitted to having it. So stop talking.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right. For count number 1, we'll set the bond at $15,000. For count number 2, $10,000. For count number 3, $7,000. Count number 4, $2,500. Count number 5, $2,500. Count number 6, $2,500. Count number 7, $2,500. And count number 8, we'll set that at $500. And we'll see you back to court on October 11th at 8:30. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, did I get everybody?
Yes, Rob.
All right. Thank you.